Right. Let's try this again. Last time, I quit the game. Messing with my mind. Let's do this again. Straight through.
All of his co-workers were
Blah,
gone.
blah, blah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
Straight to the meeting room.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go. Straight to the meeting room. I'm going in.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
I'm going in
left.
the right door this time. Sure, I went in the left door.
This was not the correct way to
Nope.
the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Yep.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Maybe. Let's go. This is the employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Let's go.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't want to get back to business. Where am I now?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Because they need me to run this place. There's no one else that works here. This way. On and do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Get a penalty. Ah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be
I do
difficult.
not trust you.
But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten
Who,
about.
me?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is that?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I don't like this. Let's go. What the fuck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. It's a trick. Don't let it ring out. I'll sit in this corner.
As Stanley picked up the phone,
I
a white
didn't
light
pick up the
engulfed
phone.
him, filling him not just with radiance,
I
but
pulled
with
the plug out.
hope for a life reunited.
What are you talking about?
Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug
Yes.
the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Easy peasy.
You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course
Hey,
of
fuck you,
action.
buddy.
How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it.
What are you talking about?
How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect
course.
choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not
Stop
grasp
talking so much
the
shit.
severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game
What?
for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe
No.
decision-making in the real world. Please
Please
observe
don't
this
stop the
helpful
game.
instructional video.
God damn it.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most
I know how to do
dangerous.
it.
For example, In this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice.
Steven.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations.
Steven
or he
is
could
a
systematically
pedophile.
set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house.
He is going
Which
to
choice
steal
would
this
you
child.
make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
The
If
fuck?
you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue
You are talking so much shit, I
Turn
cannot
to
keep
a
talking to
partner
you.
and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice? I don't need practice. The fuck?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making
Steven, the
process.
pedophile, is molesting
Most
the
medical
crocodile.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Oh, thank you. What?
Ah,
Where am I?
welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay, this way. I'm a real person. I make real choices. Under this lift again, I guess? Yes.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character
I thought
dying
about it as well.
senselessly halfway through the
God damn it.
story. That story would make no sense
Can't
at
even
all.
jump this little
We
teeny
just need to get you
fence.
home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Let's go. We go back the way. And backtrack. Sending me back to my office, aren't you? I can't be dealing with this shit.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real
Ah, very
world.
nice. I get to go home free.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey, wait a minute. This is a trick. I'm going back to the right. Fuck you, narrator.
No! Why did you
'Cause
do
I had a
that?
choice.
Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
God damn it. Fuck him if you're book narrator. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, it's ruined.
Not the
I
PowerPoint.
can't believe after everything we talked about that you... My story. You've
Fuck your
destroyed
story,
my
man.
work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to
buddy.
do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be
Yes.
worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase
Write
that
an ending.
knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to
No.
shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't
Fuck
know.
your work, man.
What's the answer? What do I do? What do
Give
I
me a good
do?
ending.
What do I... No, I have to. I have to
No.
shut the game down. I have to.
Mr. Narrator, I'm sorry.
I have
I
to.
am sorry. Please don't shut again the game. No, no, please don't. Ah, god damn it. He shut the game down. I think. Some funny noises. What? What happened? Hello?
Oh,
I think he's trying to kill me.
I'm still here in this pile of rubbish, with you.
He's going to kill me.
Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
Shit.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine.
I think
and
the
you run it
narrator
into the
is angry.
ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't
I'm
I impress
stuck.
upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He
But I am not
understands that if I say
Stanley.
to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
Please let me out.
My story.
Don't cry.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
God
and
damn
always
it.
putting
I'm
the
back
story
here
first.
again.
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Have to go through with the left
When
door.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine, I go through the door on the left. Jesus, don't get so fucking upset, narrator.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Felt a feel.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find
The
an answer
boss's
there.
office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll do what you say, Mr. Narrator. It stops you from whining. What? This looks different. It's not the same room.
Stepping inside his manager's office,
the fuck
Stanley
is that?
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
Kill
any
the
human
panda
life.
bear.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver
What?
next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his
I
questions.
have no questions.
And beyond all probability,
I'm sick of
he knew the
questions.
passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last
was it?
week. Night Shark 115.
What a shit password.
Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He
Come
drew a
on.
sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Blah blah blah. Shark something number open sesame. It didn't work, Mr. Narrator.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Night Shark
He spoke it into
115.
the receiver,
Open the door.
right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. It doesn't
I'm
work,
sorry, is
Mr.
there a
Narrator.
problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with
Well,
the
I guess we
story.
can't
This
get on
is
with
a
the fucking
crucial
story
step.
then, eh? Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show
I don't
you,
want to
then
see
why
it.
did you come here?
I just
you had
want
a
to
choice,
leave
you
and
know.
go
You
home.
could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
The hell is going
When Stanley came
on?
to a set of 2 open doors,
The fuck
he
is
entered
this?
the
It's
door on his
Stanley.
left.
The fuck, Stanley? Don't do it.
Stanley?
Don't go through any of the doors.
Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you
The
to make
end.
a choice.
What?
I need you to walk through the
What?
door.
Is the end?
Are
The
you listening
end
to me?
already?
Can you hear me?
Stanley is
Is
dead.
everything all right?
He's been lobotomized.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make
Fucking
a decision.
schizo man.
It
He's
cannot exist without you. Do you
in
understand?
his own world.
Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
You fucked with his brain, narrator.
Choose. Do
No.
something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
The story.
Fuck your story.
So, you hear me? Are you there? You listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice.
Don't cry, Mr. Narrator.
It's all right.
It's the end.
I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
You will be waiting forever.
Take as much time as you need.